All right, this video I want to discuss a unique setup to work on some range of motion, namely in the hips, and this is going to be in the frog position. This particular position in this exercise, we're going to be working both internal rotation but also abduction, so abduction, or moving the legs out for the hips. Now, for some people, this position can be a bit uncomfortable. I'm going to show you some modifications and progressions while we're doing it, but just understand, obviously assess your own ability to do it. If it feels comfortable to do it, it doesn't regress out of it. So to start first, let's go into a frog. So what is the frog? So starting in a quadruped position, we're going to simply drive our legs out essentially as far as we can. I'm going to lay my feet down. So this is essentially a rough frog position. Now, if we want to make it slightly easier, we can kind of come out of it, or if we want to make it a little harder, we can also rock back. We can also drop down onto our elbows. That also is going to help us sink deeper into it as we kind of push back, sink a little bit deeper into there. In this position, my hip is sitting in internal rotation. My hip is also an abduction or abduction there. So I can train those two particular pieces from this. So to start with the internal rotation, remember that deepest layer of that capsule, I'm going to start to drive my foot down into the floor. So as I'm pushing down, I'm feeling that contraction build lateral outside portion of my hip, working up to my greatest effort for the day, holding for 10 seconds, and from that point, I'm trying to drive my leg up this way. Now, obviously, if I'm back in end range, I really can't drive up too much, but the idea is that we're driving that way. From this position, we can actually turn that into essentially kind of a lift off. So as I rock, kind of come forward, I can try to drop that leg forward, or try to drive that leg up, or I can do more of a rock away, so I can drop back into it, drive that leg up, and as I lean forward, the leg's going to come up, and I can rock away and hold that position there. For abduction, I'm going to simply try to squeeze my knees together. So as I'm sitting here with my legs spread apart, I'm driving my knees together, trying to squeeze my legs closed, feeling really heavy on the adductors of that inside part of the leg and the thigh. So I'm squeezing there, working up once again to that greatest pain-free effort of the day, holding 8 to 10 seconds, and from there I'm trying to drive my knees apart, trying to drive my leg out, and feeling that lateral hip engage and that lateral hip fire off. From that point, simply just breathe and relax into it. Now, as I mentioned, this position can be fairly uncomfortable for some people, especially if we are limited in internal rotation. Do not force into this position. Additionally, we oftentimes find people that just want to sit in that stretch and just relax in there. Perfectly fine. You can use the frog as a static stretch. If you're going to do that, sit there. 1.5 to 3 minutes is our goal. I always advise just keep it simple, 2 minutes. So once again, this is the frog position. It's a simple setup for doing both internal rotation and abduction of the hip. If you guys have any questions, let us know.